Wait a minute, Sonny. Why do you live in an all-white neighborhood? You're always so passionate about calling out systematic racism and defending black communities, especially when black crime stats come up. You call white people racist. Yet, at the same time, you have chosen to live in an all-white neighborhood. So, I'm curious, is it because you don't want to support black neighborhoods, or you just don't feel safe in a black neighborhood?
We'll be right back.
Trump posted a deepfake AI video last night that featured things Senator Schumer never said, and had Minority Leader Jeffries wearing a sombrero and a mustache.
What I find really despicable is the resorting to racism and xenophobia, which they always seem to do. So they have Speaker Jeffries in this sombrero and this mustache, trying to basically imply that the Democrats are holding out for health care for undocumented immigrants. That's what that messaging was supposed to be.
That is so racist, that picture.
It's extremely racist.
Wow.
It's extremely xenophobic. It's feeding sort of that xenophobia that we're seeing a lot in this country.
So that is a meme. It's obvious that it's a meme. And sticking that huge AI-generated warning on it, honestly, is an insult to the intelligence of your audience. But maybe you know your audience better than I do. But it's called a meme. And the right is very good at creating political memes that effectively get a point across. In this case, healthcare for illegal immigrants. Now, if you find that meme racist, then this photo of you, Joy, in blackface, which is not a meme, nor is it AI generated, must undeniably be racist by your own standards, no?
We'll be right back.
Earlier this week, Pope Leo was asked to comment on some divisive issues in U.S. politics right now. Take a look.
Someone who says that I'm against abortion, but I'm in agreement with the inhuman treatment of immigrants who are in the United States. I don't know if that's pro-life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, someone should tell Pope social justice warrior that the Vatican City, his backyard, is surrounded by a wall to limit access to the city. And in order for people to visit, they have to file paperwork and get an entry ticket. Basically do an audition and hope that they will be allowed in. So no open arms policy there, and I don't know if that's pro-life.
Listen, there is crime everywhere.
Oh, it was
everywhere.
It was 58 people shot in Chicago in one weekend.
Okay, but you know, if
And
you look
Portland, they're
at
drinking lattes.
But the bottom line is nobody asked for you.
Yeah.
That's right.
There are people there that do this for a living.
Yeah.
Well, if they knew how to do their job, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it, whoop whoop. But looking at the timeline of crime in Chicago, first you and your friends in the media said, there is no crime. Now you admit that there is crime, but hey, it's everywhere. Then Elisa points out that 58 people were shot in one weekend in Chicago, which is true. And by the way, you weren't supposed to say that. You were supposed to be fake news, but I appreciate that. 58 people were shot in one weekend, yet your response is, well, no one asked for Trump's help. And that logic says that you are okay with the killings as long as Trump doesn't get credit for stopping them.
We'll be right back.
My sister, the one I told you guys about last week, she got married at 17, and I do think she felt like she hadn't lived those years. You know, she hadn't gone to parties, she hadn't had that fun, she hadn't, and then she made up for it in life. She got divorced.
Okay, wait a minute. Your sister regretted not getting run through in her early 20s, so later she got divorced to make up for it by finally getting run through. Sounds like modern women empowerment.
After 2 years of captivity by Hamas, the 20 remaining living Israeli hostages were released and are reuniting with their families. 1,700 Palestinian prisoners have also been released and reunited with their families. And as of this morning, there is no fighting in Gaza. And so I think
It's historic. It is a massive diplomatic achievement. And I think the whole world can breathe a sigh of relief.
I remain a faithful person that this truly is the dawn of peace in the Middle East.
You know, honestly, let me just quote John Lennon. Can we please just try to give peace a chance?
today, tonight, there's peace in the world.
Yeah.
So, there we are.
That's it? There we are? You had so much to say about how great this peace is, yet nothing to say about who brought the peace. Say his name. You know the name. I don't know why you are avoiding the name today, but you talk about him every single day. Now, say his name.
I do want to point out that this seems to be the test that he's bragging about.
Yeah.
So this is an example of a cognitive assessment.
To assess whether or not you have dementia?
Snake, elephant, alligator. Nailed it. Got it.
By the way, they say that toddlers have passed this with a perfect score.
This person who can tell you the difference between a camel and an elephant has the nuclear codes.
Well, as ridiculous as that test looks, if you're mocking Trump for taking it, you're also mocking commercial pilots, surgeons, air traffic controllers, nuclear power plant operators, federal judges, and military generals. Because that exact same test is used, in some cases required, in order to screen their cognitive fitness. Now, presidents are not required to take it. I think they should, but they're not. Trump chose to take it. It's called transparency. It's supposed to be a good thing. Now, Joe Biden, on the other hand, was pressed, but he refused. And that is around the time where you, Whoopi, said that you don't care if Joe Biden can't put a sentence together or if he poops his pants.
As a mother of black children, I know that black boys are not given the presumption of innocence and the presumption of youth. She's calling the police and saying they're trying to steal her car, and they're 11 years old. They don't know how to drive. And so for me, what was interesting was I have had to be in the position where I have gone to my local police department because I know my son is going to be training for the Junior Olympics, running around the neighborhood in an all-white neighborhood. And I have brought him to the police and said, he belongs to me. This is my son. Do not harass him. Do not stop him.
Wait a minute, Sonny. Why do you live in an all-white neighborhood? You're always so passionate about calling out systematic racism and defending black communities, especially when black crime stats come up. You call white people racist. Yet, at the same time, you have chosen to live in an all-white neighborhood. So, I'm curious, is it because you don't want to support black neighborhoods, or you just don't feel safe in a black neighborhood?
We'll be right back.
This is scary stuff. He is going after the Attorney General of the state of New York because she did her job, going after a sitting United States senator, going after the former head of the FBI. That is not what America is about. We disagree with each other, that's fine, but we don't throw our opponents in jail.
Well, I don't know about that, because no one is above the law. Sounds familiar, right? No one is above the law. Right over here, Senator. That was the line that your party bombarded us with while they went after President Trump and other Republicans for 4 years under Joe Biden. I didn't hear you say we don't put our opponents in jail back then. In fact, everyone at this table was cheering it. And I would have respected you if you were at least consistent here. But good news, I believe in second chances. So, look at the camera and say no one is above the law. Go ahead.